you're f***ing me for a month and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex.
Never gave a best YouTuber in the world.
I don't know where to start with this. It's a lot. We got text messages. We got audio. Y'all need to strap in. Now, it looks like Fresh is being exposed by an Instagram model. He got her pregnant. He trying to get her to get rid of the baby. He might have got 4 other girls pregnant. She's saying he was messing with a whole bunch of girls unprotected. This is a mess. So we gonna start right here because she exposing him on Instagram and she put it all on her story, all right? So she basically is writing a book about this nigga. Like she writing a book. It's almost like surviving Fresh, okay? She's surviving Fresh. So look, she said, now remember, she's Asian, y'all. So y'all gotta stick with me when I'm trying to read this because, you know, she's doing her best to type this out in English, but some of it is a little iffy, you know what I mean? So let's get it. She said, this is a story between me and Walter Weeks, the podcaster known as Fresh, IG and YouTube Fresh Prince CEO. I met him on November 21st in Miami, and I fall in love with him. We spent New Year's together. That's the time when he asked me to be his girl, to commit to him. And he posted a video of us on social media. He said to me, I love you. I don't want you to be with other men. A few days later, he asked me to meet his mom. So he said, I love you. We together, we committed. And he took her to meet his mom. Come on, Fresh, this is not pee. But let's continue. By the way, I want to add, I'll show y'all some pictures of her later on. But she is fine. I want to make that clear. She fine, okay? Now, he took her to meet his mom, and she said everything went well. I showed him and his mom my respect. He defended me on the podcast from the rumors. Now, I don't know what the rumors are. If somebody was watching the podcast and you saw them together, was it rumors about her being a thought? What was the rumors about? I need somebody to let me know. That's the moment I truly fall in love with him. But this is where the game begins. Oh, this is where she's trying to get a book deal. This is where the game begins. Okay, we ready. Okay. By the way, her name is Daisy. I left Miami on January 8th, traveled back to China for Chinese New Year. The night before, we had a serious conversation. He said he sees me like someone to spend the whole life with. And I told him I was going to move to Miami for him. Because that's where they podcast is based in Miami. So she was going to move right next to Fresh for business. From then, we started a long distance relationship for 2 months until I traveled to Barbados. I met his entire family there. He made everything so real that he is serious. Hold on. Okay, my bad. I gotta go back. That he is serious with me. Therefore, I'm not on birth control. And we had sexual behavior without protection. Okay, so he was hitting it raw. Okay, Fresh. I was ready to have a baby with him and build a family. He asked me many times, what if you get pregnant? My answer towards him was always, I want to keep the baby. I don't mind having a baby with you. So she showed these text messages where they was talking about kids. He say, oh my God, our kids gonna look like them. They are so cute. LOL, I knew you were typing me this, Blasian, okay? So I don't know which one. I'm assuming the white is her and the green is him, right? Am I tripping on that? But they was talking about kids, okay? So let's continue. So she said, on March 12th, we traveled back to Miami together. At first, everything was fine. I stayed in his apartment. We had mutual understanding. he is not a monogamous person, that me and him both needs our space. So I suggested to him, help me rent an apartment. He said, I want you to have the things you want as you understand me. So it's confusing now because at first she said, well, we was committed to each other and all this other stuff. But now you saying when you get to Miami, you're okay with him, fucking with other girls and shit like that and having his own space. So you cool if he get you an apartment and he pay for everything, then you'll let him fuck with other girls. I mean, like, am I getting that twisted? Y'all let me know, right? 10 days later, a morning after we had lunch with his sister, he broke his promise that how he told me he loves me and wants to see it in a long term. Now that's my thing, like, but you talking about long term, but you letting him smash other chicks. Okay, let's continue. He wants to plan a future with me. Instead of renting an apartment, better buy a new house, which I think he is completely lying and making excuses about. Okay, that's like, like I said, she typing this in a certain way. So is she feeling like he broke his promise because he didn't get her a house, or she feeling like he broke his promise because he was getting a house? Because I'm trying to get that. Instead of renting an apartment, better get a house. So she felt like it was something fishy because he wanted to get a house. I think he completely lying and making excuses about it. All right, let's continue. He used me, hurted me. He was a cheater, a huge gamer. I only found out this later and started to take his haters' words. Now, I don't know if she talking about his words were hating, or maybe she talking about his haters. So maybe it was niggas in her ear telling her like, oh, Fresh ain't no good. And then she found out like the nigga ain't no good. When people told me negative things about him in the beginning, okay, I always stood by his side and supported him and believed in him. I choose to believe in my partner instead of the audience. The truth is he pretended to be a high value He pretended to be a high value man. Okay, so she know enough American to know about the high value man, right? And to date girls, then ditch them. The reason why I'm exposing this is because as a woman, I want to stand out for other women. I don't want any other girls ending up like me. Okay, let's continue. She said, I'm in a strange country all alone. If I don't expose this, he will continue doing that to other naive girls. There will be more women getting hurt. After a few days, he asked me to move out. He stopped coming home. He disappeared for 3 nights without explanation. I called him. He never answered. When I did nothing wrong. When I was so genuine. I left my work behind in China to pursuing this relationship. I moved out. Booked the first flight to New York City on March 30th. I had a pregnancy test. It's positive. Here's what happened. ... All right. So you see the positive pregnancy test. Now this when shit gets real. He said on the phone, there's no reason to meet and discuss further. He refused to have an adult conversation in person. He asked me to take pills and deal with it alone. He doesn't even want to show up and be a real man to take the responsibility under his behave. Okay, so she basically saying, he don't want to live up or take care of the baby, basically, all right? Now I'm warning all girls, stay away from this man. He is dishonest and liar. He is dishonest and liar. I'm sorry, it's not funny. Now I ask you, please stand by me and help me to expose him in order to protect more women. I have suffered many days before I decided to tell everyone what happened. I need to help other girls to know his true color, because he's not truly black. He red. And ladies, please protect yourself, all right? So I think we're going to get into the audio or some text. I don't know. Okay, so here goes some text. And I'm going to try to read out the important stuff. So here's one where she said, "You always told me you wanted me to be your baby's mother. I loved you, and I did everything to be good girlfriend. Now this is happening. You walked away. I think I want to keep the baby. I don't want to kill alive. I want you to think carefully and take the responsibility." So he was like, "I'll call you shortly. Take your time." Then I guess he called her and he said, "I can't have kids." She said, "Take responsibility for your actions." Now in this one, she sent him, I guess, like some doctor notes, and basically the doctor was saying it's 3-4 weeks away. And it was like a blood test and a pregnancy test to show that she was pregnant. Now, in these text messages, they was going back and forth about having a baby. She said, "It's our baby, and you want to kill our baby. You are not being a good human." So he said, it's not about that right now. It's not good. It's a lot happening, especially now business may be over. So I was wondering, is he talking about Fresh and Fit? What was he talking about? Business might be over. He said, "I don't want kids right now. We spoke about it, and you agreed." She said, "I never agreed. I agreed based on your actions. Are you not educated? If you keep coming inside of me, I will get pregnant. I don't get pregnant without your behave or your behalf. Maybe that's why I'm tripping, but it's a behave, not behave, without your behave. Words mean nothing. Man up. I'm not saying I want to be with you. Don't. Because you are nothing to me. The baby is innocent." So here Fresh is letting her know, like, hey, he said, "You should have a baby with somebody who love you and you in the same house with. Man up. I'm telling you now so you know." And she said, "I don't expect anything anymore. Since we are not together, I got pregnant with you. When I was in your house and when I was in love, you wanted to have the baby. If you didn't, you did come in me with your own pleasure. Be logic and be a man. I don't get pregnant by myself. It's not fair for the baby." Then he said, "What are you saying? We are not together and won't be. Why would that be good for the kid? So why did you keep coming inside of me?" He said, "Also, things happen, and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid in this world without both parents' love is cruel. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant." Now, I'm going to be real with you. So far, I do feel like Fresh is trying to handle this the right way. Because, he's asking her to get rid of it, but I don't feel like he's saying anything like super rude. He's just being honest. Like, we not going to be together. I really don't like you. I don't think you should get the baby. Yes, do he want her to get rid of it? But it's not like, remember the Anthony Edwards situation when he told the girl to get an abortion, LOL? You know what I mean? Like, Fresh is trying to talk this out. So I want to give him that. Like, I don't feel like he's being like the worst person in the world. He is just telling her the truth, okay? Also, I guess they was talking about when they was joking about having kids. Remember when I was reading that and there was some text messages with them talking about kids? Fresh said it was a joke. And she said, "All I'm saying is you should take the responsibility for what you did. I am a victim in this relationship. I am carrying your baby. You act like you don't care and you don't want any, or you don't want nothing." Now, she keeps saying, he running away from his responsibility. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't hear him saying, if you had a baby, I'm not going to take care of it. He just telling you how he feel. I don't feel like he's being overly aggressive, like, "No, you need to get an abortion or else." You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at this point, if she had a baby, he going to handle his responsibility, but he just letting you know right now, I really don't want the kid. So I don't really feel like he's necessarily running away from his responsibility just because he telling you, "I don't want no baby with you." You know what I mean? And it's always a tough conversation to have. She pregnant, she emotional, she going through shit. But at the end of the day, is he not supposed to be honest with her? I'm asking y'all. He said, also, now I'm worried I have to test other girls, at least 4. She said, another girl? 4 girls? You are saying you have sex with 4 girls without protection? So this is, that shit get weird. Cause I'm like, test? Is he saying he caught something? And so, yeah, I think he was talking about he caught an STD. And so he got to let the other girls know he caught something. I hope you have all the money for your child support. You finally admit you are a fucking trash. She didn't say you fucking trash. She said you are a effing trash. No, she said effing trash. She said you are a fucking trash. He said, I don't have no money. Good luck. Now, see, not a nigga, now he talking greasy. but she going at him. He responding, you know what I mean? But he said, good luck, LOL. You will see. Okay. So then she said, nobody cares about your money. He said, good. Also, I know you don't want to raise a kid by yourself. You need a man that's going to be there with you. We aren't even together. Forget the money part. She said, I want to keep the baby. I will raise it by myself, but you'll have to take your responsibility. I don't need a man, especially I don't need a man like you. Now, see, right here, he start dragging it a little too much for me because he talking about, why you want to kill with someone like me? So now he trying to convince her like, I'm trash. You don't want no kill with me. Makes no sense, but okay. She said, because I'm not a killer. And when I was with you, I loved you. Because I only realized now I was with the wrong person and you lied to me. Does this make sense? I thought you were smart. Then she said, say less. The little Asian girl said, say less. He said, I didn't lie to you. It's not about being a killer. It's about doing what's best for us and also the child. It would be very selfish to bring a kid into this world without fully committed parents. Neither of us are ready to deal with something like this. Then she said, it's selfish to make me pregnant and left me and lie to me. I'm not selfish. You are. You should worry about the other 4 girls you F with now. Learn from your lesson, because I learned from mine with you. Now, we about to get into the audio in a second, but right here, she started texting some of the other girls. And so basically that message that I read to y'all, she sent that message to some other girls. Now, I don't know if she sent it to all 4 of the girls that they was talking about, but this is a little back and forth between her and the other girl. Then we gonna get into the audio. So somebody said, babe, I was with him in December. Now, right here, she meant to say, get an STD test, but she say SDT. So she said, make an STD test ASAP. I did it when I was with him. He only admitted today he have sex with another woman without protection. So this other person say, we didn't use protected and he came in me multiple times. I've been tested and I'm clean. Are you okay, love? I'm so sorry he did this to you. I didn't know about you. I was staying with him mid-December. All right. So let's get into this audio, folks.
All right.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and then it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
You're not killing. Okay.
All right, so I want to read this real quick too. She said, if you guys still think this is me faking or baby trap him, I call him and wanting to discuss about the situation. This is what he said to me. I'm not desperate to baby trap anyone. If I do, I could have picked someone better. Ooh, okay. Well, now she is bad. So, I wouldn't be surprised if she smashed a couple richer niggas in her past. I'll give her that. But it's a lot of people saying, it seemed like she just wants some money. She said, we don't decide who we meet and fall in love with. So she's sticking by that she was in love with him. You can laugh about it, but this is the truth. I felt like when she said you can laugh about it, I felt like she was talking to me like, I'm not laughing. Okay, but let's continue the audio.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing. Well, why did I do anything to you?
Nothing?
Now right here, I'm like, what you think nigga gonna try to? She think this nigga Diddy?
Why did I do anything to you?
No, I know. So like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, I could go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
That's what I'm like. There's no way that's true. But then it's like, oh wow, like.
So just think about it. It's meant to be. God
Sorry?
wants you to have the baby.
Definitely not.
Now listen to how she talking right here, because I'm listening to her, and maybe it's because she not American, but the way she talking kind of just seem a little slick to me. And the ladies, I need y'all to let me know how y'all feel. Like, do you feel like she really want to have this baby, or do you think she wants some money?
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex, but it's too late now, But honestly, if that was the case, then my ex-wife would have the baby. I'm just saying, look, I get it, but we're not together. You want to get a baby. I don't want a baby.
Now, my sweet kings and queens, I told y'all I will let y'all know how this woman look. So this is Daisy Fit. Now, it looks like she used to be a bodybuilder. So I'm assuming that she used to do that professionally, all right? I don't know if she's a trainer, but her name is Daisy Fit on Instagram. So maybe that's how she makes money. I do think, and this is my personal opinion, that Fresh isn't the first high-profile person she's ever dated. And when she says, she's in a new country all alone, I'm kind of assuming she's been to the States before. I don't think Fresh just was the first person to fly her out to America, and now she's just totally lost. Not to mention, it's America. It's fairly easier to get around here than it is like for us to go around to these other countries, right? We get confused if we go to China or Dubai, we need to get out the apps and all this other stuff. In America, it's a little more simpler, but like I said, I think she might have been here before. I don't think this is her first time getting flew out. She might have got flew out to LA, New York, Florida, Vegas, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm buying that, but when it comes to her wanting to have this baby naturally, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Now, when I first heard about this, I thought niggas was talking about Myron, because she, I didn't even know Fresh was pulling these type of girls, because if you know about Fresh and his background, some of the ones I seen him with were Caucasian. I thought he liked the white girls, okay? And honestly, I never seen him with nothing this bad. Like, this the baddest girl I seen Fresh with. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, and I don't know his life. He probably has messed with bad girls before, and I didn't know. But I didn't know this was his type. So when I saw her, I thought they was talking about Myron. And I'm only bringing that up to say, now you got people saying that Fresh might have to get kicked off of the podcast, and Myron might kick him off because of this situation. And I saw some people online saying every time they get a donation, Myron gonna be thinking, oh, he gonna have to give half of this money for child support because he was stupid and he got this girl pregnant. Because basically the situations that Fresh be getting himself into is opposite of what Fresh and Fit teach. You know, they all about, you know, high value men, and, you know, we wife a good girl down. We don't date these type of IG models. We don't take them seriously. We just play around with these type of girls. And now Fresh has got himself in a situation that could be permanent. Now, we got a whole nother situation with the STD and the 4 other girls. So it's wild. All right. It's wild. But that's basically all I got for y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'm just shocked. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.